I'm Debbie Fischetti.
And I'm Meghan Rothschild.
Welcome to Skin Talk, brought to you by the Melanoma Education Foundation, a show focused on melanoma awareness. On today's show, we have two special guests, one of which we hope will create an impact on our young viewers, taking a more serious look at the cause and effect of tanning and tanning beds.
And our other guest, Leanne from Skin Catering, is going to put a healthier twist on gaining the color and confidence that you desire by tanning, but with a safer result. So stay tuned.
Well, before we introduce our next guest, I would like to congratulate Meghan, our own Meghan Rothschild, who has been awarded a Noble Achievement Award for 40 Under 40 list.
Yeah,
I think that is so amazing. See, it pays to do community service. Everybody, no matter how busy you are, you could find time.
Yes, absolutely.
My thing is that people, myself included, if you truly want to do something, hell or high water doesn't stop you, you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
So, and it pays off. There's priceless rewards with giving some of your time. So please, tell me more about this. This is amazing.
Well, every year, are you familiar with Business West, the publication?
Yeah.
They do this 40 Under 40 award. Oh gosh, cheesing it up over here.
That's okay.
And it's basically this year, and I think it's every year is the theme of like, people, obviously 40 people under the age of 40 who have made major contributions to the community. So I don't know if you haven't seen my photo in Business West. It's hilarious.
No.
It's me under an umbrella with a big pair of sunglasses and an SPF bottle.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it was all, you know, kind of focused on surviving skin and the work that I've done in skin cancer awareness. And then it also did talk about, you know, my other positions and how I've been able to raise money for certain organizations. And so it was actually really exciting to get the honor because every year that I've looked, I'm like, wow, these are good people, you know, these are really good people in Western Mass. And then I get a letter and I'm like, what do you mean? You know.
And the other thing is, you know, obviously we do these things, and, you know, me with the Melanoma Education Foundation, you know, you with Surviving Skin, you do it because there's a passion in you that wants to do something, that wants to make an impact, even if it's just a grain of salt. You know, and all it does is it takes a half hour here, an hour there, you know, but so you don't expect anything back from it except saving a life. And that's always our mission.
And that's when it's nice. It's so, like, you know, when you get that award, you're like, oh, somebody's actually paying attention. But, you know, I was telling people that they were talking, you know, as I've been getting this award, people have been coming up to me and talking about it, and there's always somewhere to start, you know, like you can always start somewhere, and I know the MEF has plenty of volunteer opportunities as well, so if people
not enough volunteers.
Well, exactly, so if people are interested in getting involved, you know, all you have to do is figure out a cause that you're passionate about, or figure out something that you have an interest in, and obviously people at home who are watching this probably take an interest in skin cancer awareness, so they should definitely, you know, they can email you. What's the email address for volunteers? For volunteers, it's the same thing. It's info at skintalk.org. You know, if you're just as simple as sending some emails out, making some phone calls, volunteering at a fundraiser event locally in your area. I mean, whatever level of time that you have, whatever level of, you know, interest that you have in wanting to volunteer, because I know a lot of times people feel like they volunteer for something and then they feel like, oh my goodness, it's going to take over my life.
It's going to, no, absolutely not. You know, we're just helpful, you know.
And that's the great thing about volunteering, is that it's what you can give. So
now with Surviving Skin, I know what it is, but I really like our audience to know more about it, because we really haven't talked too much about that. And this is, I think, a perfect opportunity to do that. So
well, Surviving Skin is the organization that I started about 3 years ago at this point. I completely lose track of time of when I started it, because I've been speaking on the topic of skin cancer for 6 years. But I actually ended up putting a name to it. I was just doing an interview with somebody and they were asking me about what it is, and I said, well, basically what was happening is I was going out and speaking to college students and teaching them about the dangers of UV exposure, and it came about that I really needed to put a name to it. I needed to name it because people were calling me and saying, can you send me a public relations packet? Can you send me a promotions kit? You know, what do you have? And I'm like, all right, I need to do something and put a name to it. So that's how Surviving Skin came about, and it's really just an organization. We go out and we educate college students about the dangers of UV exposure.
And that's the one thing with melanoma, it's just education can save a life.
Yep.
You know, and the thing is, it takes one voice.
Right.
For yourself, obviously, you were affected by it personally.
Right.
So, and you survived, thank God. But you couldn't stop there.
Right.
So you did something, and it just sort of like one step at a time. It builds, it builds, it builds. And then you realize, oh my goodness, there's so many people out there who have the same interest. But a lot of people don't have that to start.
Right.
So they figured, okay, this person started, this person has the mouth and the voice and the ambition to do it. Okay, I'm going to just,
build your network.
Build my network and stuff like that. So Meghan, on last Skin Talks episode, we talked about the video, the PSA that you had done,
Yes.
Dear 16, in Canada.
Yes.
Well, at that time, it wasn't live.
Launched.
Yeah, it wasn't launched, it wasn't live, whatever the terminology is,
the correct term.
Right. But so about a week ago, I got the link, and it just went viral. I could not believe.
I still can't believe. It basically, it was funny because when I went up there and we were talking, and again, just to recap, this is a PSA that I did for the David Cornfield Melanoma Foundation.
Melanoma Fund.
Melanoma Foundation, I think it is.
Oh, Melanoma Foundation,
yes.
You're right.
So I had been talking to the people who were in charge of that foundation, and they're like, oh, we're hoping to get 5,000 hits on the video. That's our goal. And I'm like, 5,000 hits? That's going to be views.
Now, was it views for
views.
just putting it on YouTube?
Yes, they wanted to upload it to YouTube.
And that was it.
And they wanted to get 5,000 views. It's up to over 1.3 million views right now. I get Google alerts. I don't know if you're familiar with that, where like it pulls melanoma. I get it for the word melanoma, and it's come up like 3 times. Like PSA goes viral, and it's just so amazing to see. I mean, it's a very emotional PSA. We're going to share it in a minute, and it's very touching. I never, in a million years, I thought, well, we'll do 5,000. Maybe we'll even do 10.
Right.
1.3 over 1.3 million.
Again, it takes one voice.
Exactly.
One person with a mission, with a passion, with a drive to say, I need to get this out there. I need to have this heard.
And people latched onto it and wanted to share it with other folks.
Now, the Cornfields, I believe Kim, right? Is it Kim?
Well, Kim Davis she's not related. I believe it's Sari, S-A-R-I, is the well, not ex-wife, but the widowed wife of David, who passed away from melanoma. And his
and that's what I
story is
just
very
wanted
tragic.
to let our viewers know a little bit more of the story of how old was he?
He was in his 30s.
Okay.
It was very, very young. He left a child behind as well. So,
Okay, that's what I thought. I know it's called Dear 16, but and the whole premise of having the special guest that we have on the show today is a 16-year-old who tans and has used a tanning bed. So to get the voice heard young, like MEF, getting into the schools, middle-aged schools, which were at the 13, 14, 15 years old, up and through high school.
Very influential age.
Right, exactly. So it is just very heartwarming to know that there is such an impact of interest of wanting to get the knowledge and the education heard about melanoma. So, I mean, it's an awesome video. Please stay tuned. It's coming up right now.
Yeah. Take a look.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Please don't get that perm. It's not as awesome as you think it's going to be.
You have to actually practice in order to learn to play guitar.
Whiskey tastes even worse on the way up.
Dear 16-year-old me, there's going to be a new set of Star Wars movies. Don't watch them. They ruin everything.
Dear 16-year-old me. This is where they took the cancer out. It was something called melanoma.
It's called malignant melanoma.
Malignant melanoma.
Malignant. That's not a very friendly word.
You'll be diagnosed when you're 28.
18.
36.
29.
22.
It's a tumor that starts in your skin cells, the cells that give your hair and skin color.
It's not just skin cancer.
Well, it is.
Well, it is.
But not just the...
Cut it out and it'll be fine kind, unfortunately.
It's the kind that you have to catch before it spreads.
Because it spreads so fast.
So fast.
To places like your liver, your lungs, your brain.
Yours will be a really rare kind in your left eye, and that's when you'll find out.
That melanoma can show up on your tongue, the palms of your hands, and the soles of your feet.
Your doctors will tell you you're lucky that you caught it early.
Yours will tell you that you need aggressive treatment.
I'll have to tell you it might take a year of chemotherapy.
And you'll need to do some of the injections yourself.
Dear 16-year-old me,
You're doing okay.
you're strong.
But there are some things I want you to know.
I wish I'd known.
That one bad sunburn before you turn 18
doubles your chances of developing melanoma.
That fair skin and red hair means that you're at a higher risk of getting it.
As if ginger people didn't have enough problems.
That you're at higher risk if you've got more than 50 moles.
And if you have a weakened immune system or a family history of skin cancer.
I want you to know the outlook is very good if we can catch it early.
But you have less than a 10% chance of surviving more than 5 years if we don't.
Dear 16-year-old me,
Spend more time with family. They mean everything.
If I had one piece of advice for you, don't start the tanning bed. I know you want a healthy glow, but it's going to double my chances of getting melanoma.
Sunscreen.
Yes, I agree. It's a huge pain in the ass, but so worth it. Please.
Your skin's like an elephant. It never forgets.
Dear 16-year-old me, helping spread this message is how you'll honor Glenna's memory. At 16, she's already an incredible lifeguard. She loves the sun and the beach and tanning, but she just doesn't know.
She'll be diagnosed when she's 22 and will lose her battle when she's just 26.
I want you to know, because it's melanoma that's going to take the strongest man you know, your best friend, and the love of your life.
Dear 16-year-old me,
Don't be afraid. This isn't about being afraid.
I want you to be aware
that melanoma is a young person's disease.
It is the second most common cancer in children and teenagers, and one of the most common in young adults.
And it can be deadly.
I want you to know you're not helpless.
This is a cancer that shows itself
right there on the outside of you.
Start checking your skin.
Please check.
Get to know your skin.
Get to know your skin.
Start checking your skin.
If a new mole shows up,
Or if when you have, starts to change color,
Or size, or shape.
or feels different.
If something seems out of place, get your doctor to have a look as soon as possible.
Know what to look for and get help. These are all signs your skin could be developing cancer.
You brush your teeth every day, maybe even floss.
Okay, we both know you don't floss.
But just once a month, I want you to check.
It takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Dear 16-year-old me, I do realize you're not actually going to see this, but someone else will, and it'll make a difference to them.
Dear someone else.
Dear somebody else.
If you're watching this,
send it to a 16-year-old you care about.
Send it to anyone who was once 16.
Or soon will be 16. Send this.
And check yourself. Educate yourself.
You can download tools and information about melanoma here.
Share this link.
Tweet this link.
Post this to your Facebook.
Well, very compelling and moving video.
Thank you.
And as we sit here with a very beautiful 16-year-old of our own, Autumn Smith, I want to thank you so much for volunteering to coming today. I know it's not easy being on camera, and secondly, it's very hard to talk about a sensitive subject, skin cancer, melanoma. What goes through your head when you hear skin cancer? Do you know what skin cancer is? Do you know melanoma?
You know, not as well as I think I should.
Good answer.
Yeah. So when you hear it, what goes through your head? When you hear melanoma or skin cancer, what do you think of? Or
Mainly tanning beds.
Oh, I like to hear that, because not a lot of people draw that
Associate the
correlation, so that's I'm glad to hear that. That's true.
So, well, have you ever thought about how people get melanoma or skin cancer? I mean, you know, what age, who, if it's targeted to a certain group of people, when you're old?
That's what I always thought was the, you know, middle-aged woman that usually, that's what I hear of mostly.
Well, it's not something that I don't think that teenagers really
think, oh, well,
give
I
a
can't get
second
it.
thought. I mean, you know, that's the, why would you even think about a cancer at the age of 16? You know,
Right.
I'm sure you don't think of any types of other, yeah, exactly. So have you ever used a tanning bed?
Yes.
You have. And what made you want to use a tanning bed?
Color.
The color?
The color that you get, yeah.
I can tell you that was exactly, I mean, you know my story pretty well, because we've been doing this for so long. So I started using tanning beds when I was 17. And it was the same reason. I wanted the color. You know, you feel better, right?
Yeah, you feel better about yourself.
Exactly, and you like look better in certain colors, and that was always my big thing. And you know, I
Making
wish
you seem thinner, or
right, makes you seem more slender,
makes
and
it look you healthier. People say
exactly. And I remember just Burning. Did you burn?
Oh, yeah.
You ended up
Oh,
burning in
yeah.
the tanning booth? Yep, I did that to myself quite a few times, and
Now, have you ever thought about, like, during this process and having gotten burnt in the past, think, well, maybe I should put some sunblock on, or maybe I should put, if I'm going to use tanning lotion, because obviously people use tanning lotion to enhance their tan as they're laying in the sun, you know, but there are tanning lotions that actually have SPF in it. You know, maybe not, you know, sunblocks, but even just that one little switch off to say, okay, well, let me be more conscious when I take a tanning lotion as opposed to a sunblock. At least the tanning lotion has SPF in it. Do you know what the numbers mean? Like when it says SPF 8 or SPF 10 or SPF 50, have you ever?
What's the strength?
Of how much is in there, right? And a lot of people like to go for the minimal, you know, as possible. So it's like if you find like a nice safe medium, at least you're using something. But have you used?
Yeah, usually when it's in, you know, the heat all day long, because I'm one to, when, you know, the first time after summer you go, after winter you go out in the sun.
intermittent exposure.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
It's
burns you.
bad. And you have beautiful skin. Your skin is like porcelain. It's so fair. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Do you see a dermatologist?
Yes.
You do? Okay. So at least once a year, is it a regular checkup or?
It's usually just for my skin.
Okay.
My face.
Gotcha. Well, we actually have Leanne from Skin Catering here, and she is going to perform a spray tan on you for free. And you're going to get to see, that there is a safe and healthy alternative to the tanning beds, and we're going to see how you like it. So.
Yeah. First time ever, audience, to witness a live spray tan. We're going to go through the step-by-step process so that viewers at home who may have not experienced a spray tan before can see the ease, the fun, but the most important, the safe results of a spray tan. You know, you're going to really enjoy it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, now see, she's putting that on. It's going on really nicely.
Yeah.
It's got a nice bronze color automatically.
Exactly. You could see her reaction. It looks a little cold.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, we know that well. It is a little cold, but. Oh, no. What is she doing here? She was talking to you about this, the rolling.
Oh, yes. That's for touch-ups.
Okay.
Like after she's done with the spray tan, they just sort of do
a little rolling
stops.
touch-up.
Yeah.
And you know, they're the only, Skin Catering is the only one that I've ever seen do any type of touch-up like that.
Really in tune to getting every little inch of you covered.
Autumn, fresh off the spray tan press. How do you feel?
Not orange.
That's
That's what I was afraid of.
What she has right now is just an instant bronzer to give her some instant gratification. When she showers tomorrow morning, that's going to wash off. She's going to be left with this gorgeous peachy natural color for the tan.
And this is not orange at all. You already said it, right?
Nope, not at
and
all.
That's always a concern of people, that it's going to be orange, but it's absolutely perfect. So, and we have one more surprise for you. Leanne's going to elaborate a little bit.
Yes, I'm so excited to offer to you and your friends. We're going to do a Beauty for a Cause fundraiser at your house. Get all of your friends together so they can experience the spray tan, and we're going to donate a portion of the proceeds from that to the Melanoma Education Foundation of New England.
Oh, very nice. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We just had Leanne from Skin Catering here to do a spray tan for Autumn, which went very well.
Yes.
Very excited.
Again,
she seemed good.
I'm just so thrilled with her reaction.
Yeah, I am too. So tell us a little bit about spray tanning.
Spray tanning is a UV-free tan solution. We use the Envy Mobile system, which is becoming pretty popular because of its natural ingredients. You don't have to worry about harmful chemicals, harming you. Here you are trying to prevent skin cancer, and so you just want to make sure that you're using something safe for your body.
What kind of products are in it, just so that we're a little more clear? Natural, harmless products.
We use the coloring actually comes from something called DHA, which is sugar cane, and there's also lemongrass in it as well.
That's what gives that good smell, because we both had spray tans, and does have a nice smell.
Thanks to you.
We always get compliments on it. There's lemongrass. There's also sweet pea as well.
Oh, nice.
Because we always get comments about when we encourage people to use sunblock, that they're like, oh yeah, I won't get suntan, I won't get skin cancer, but I'll get something else because of the chemicals that are in the sunblock.
And
so
you actually have a website
really nice.
that you can direct people to.
Yes, you can go to cosmeticsdatabase.com, and you can look up all of your sunscreens there and actually find a safe sunscreen that doesn't have parabens, phthalates, and the fragrance and things like that.
And you can do any product, though, with that, right? You can
Correct.
search your makeup and all that stuff as
It's
well.
a wonderful resource tool. It's run by the Environmental Working Group. It's a free website that you can use.
Now, you mentioned a party. Tell me about, how does that party thing work?
We have two ways to do the party, actually. We come to your home, and you have your friends over. It's really fun.
Nice.
Everybody gets
Wine
to socialize.
A spray tan party.
Appetizers.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun. The girls just get together. They laugh hysterically the whole time. And a lot of people are a little more comfortable because they're not there one-on-one with somebody in their home. So it's a great way to check it out.
And you don't have to leave. The beauty of that is, I mean, when you go to get a spray tan, you have to have clean face, no makeup. So sometimes people are uncomfortable going out in public without the makeup, so it's nice that you come to the home, because
Also
nobody
nice
needs
one
to
with
see that.
children.
I
don't have to get a babysitter or find time to be able to escape and make an appointment that fits, with what's open.
She brings these to you.
Yes, how
and
great.
with the gas prices at $4 a gallon, I come to you. You can save yours.
That's awesome. And then, as we saw with the spray tan that you did with Autumn, it's just simple in this little pop-up tent and could fit in anybody's space if they're in an apartment or a house or whatever.
5 minutes to do the tan. Most of the time is just my setup and then explaining instructions to you and then breaking down. But the tan itself, you saw, was just so quick.
Right.
And before we let you go, Beauty for a Cause. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So Beauty for a Cause is the second way to do a tan party. The host gets her tan for free, but I donate $5 from every tan to a charity of their choice.
What you offered.
Exactly, and what I offered to
MEF.
Autumn.
Alert.
Exactly, the spray tan party, they're going to get $5 from every tan is going to go to MEF. And we love to do that because we just love to give back.
And people, I'm sure, get even more excited about it.
Oh,
because they're
absolutely.
Giving back.
They're like, okay, well, I'll get a tan
I'll look
just
beautiful
because.
and give back to my favorite charity.
Actually, that's the very first time I ever had a spray tan was at a fundraiser event for mental awareness. That's
awesome.
Yeah, because I was like, I never would have done it myself. And
well, it just makes so much sense, too.
Yeah, so I did it, and I was like, wow, I really like this.
That's great.
It was fun.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Debbie.
And do you want to be skin safe with Skin Talk even when we're not on the air? Visit our brand new website, skintalk.org, to get all the tips and information you see right here on our show.
Plus, we want to hear from you. So email us your tip of the week. Tell us how we're doing, and if you'd like to be featured on the show. So email us at skintalk.org.
Welcome back. We just had Leanne from Skin Catering on the show.
She's such a sweet girl.
Love her.
Yes.
And such a good job.
Yes.
She's just very knowledgeable, knows her facts.
I love
and
the
is a
fact that it's
fantastic
natural product.
Natural and safe, and obviously no UV exposure. So that's all what we're all about.
Yeah. I just, and Autumn was great. Seeing her reaction after seeing herself get the tan, hearing her comments of why she's getting spray tan. I mean, obviously we've had spray tans before, so we know, how it feels, and we know the results, and we know what to expect. But to see somebody, get it for the first time was really nice. And being that she's 16, I really hope that moving forward, her choices will be better ones. And the young viewers that we have home watching, I hope you'll consider this as something to move forward.
Well, what do you have to lose? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
give it a try. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just, like you said, it's healthy on so many levels, and you'll stay young looking
I was going to say, and your
for
skin
so
won't wrinkle.
long. I know you won't.
And the only known about it, you know, had the science only been perfected when I was 16 years old.
I know. So that's why I think it's going to really be a great impact. So
yeah,
it was good.
But now, we were talking on the last show, moving on to the next subject, about pets.
Yeah.
And the potential to get
and
melanoma.
I told you I'm going to research that.
So what did you find?
Well, I found out, smart little girl there, that you were correct about when you had said that the best thing that you, on the top of your head, having pets and me not having pets, is that be consistent about taking your pet once, twice a year to the veterinarian for a regular exam, just a regular checkup. There was some research that I found from our good old internet.
Think about it too. I mean, that's what we do as humans.
Oh, yes.
We go once or twice a year to the doctor. So
Right.
why wouldn't we do the same for the pets?
Right. And that's the thing is we would step it up by not only going to our doctor, but going to a specialist, a dermatologist, to be specific about certain things on our body, or even if we're not knowledgeable about certain things on our body that are concerning us, as a dermatologist, they'll look at us and check it out and find out stuff. But yeah, there was an example of a case of a golden retriever who was presented for a routine vaccination. It wasn't even an exam, just to come in for his shots. And the doctor noticed a black thing on the eye, and the owner had said, oh, it's been there for a couple of months. He's getting older. You know, I see this in a lot. You know, it's probably nothing, right? And they did more research and tests, and it was a melanoma on his eyeball, which people could get melanoma in the eye as well. So they took it out, the dog was saved, and it was fine. In my research, what I thought was very interesting was there's an actual product. Now, granted, I don't have pets. I don't know the whole work on it. But obviously, if you Google prevention for melanoma for pets, is what I put in, that there's an actual vitamin, it's a supplement, that it says eliminates most melanoma at the source. So yeah, so when I saw this, I was just like, really? So you could see how important it is for us to be concerned with our pets. So, you know, the Sharon Smith, I think it was, who questioned it. It was a very good question. Yeah. And it said, it's No Vet Plus is the name of the vitamin. But we'll have this at the end of the segment. So all this tidbit of information that you want to research further on your own, you know, research it and see. It says it's all natural, patented process, easy on the stomach, strengthens the immune system.
It's very interesting.
So yeah, this would be something to check out. But what you had said was basically, you know, get them to
Doctor knows best.
Yes, exactly. And keep them hydrated and keep them out of the sun as much as possible.
There we go.
That's pretty much it.
Sounds good.
So with that, this has been another awesome show. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you would like an overview of today's show, share your story, gain more tips, have questions, find out when Skin Talk is airing next, visit us at skintalk.org.
Or you can email us at info@skintalk.org. Thanks for watching.